Hi, I'm Cam Carmen, and welcome to Dine and Dish, where we explore the fabulous eateries of Detroit and beyond, where regular reviewers come together to dish about their favorite restaurants. So this is how it works. Every week we have 3 guests, and each recommends their favorite spot, and the other 2 go check them out to see what they think. We are here at the phenomenal Chartreuse Kitchen and Cocktails in Detroit, named 2016's Restaurant of the Year by the Detroit Free Press. And if you haven't tried it, it is a must in Midtown. To kick off this week's show, multilingual translator Nina Lavlanet says searching for soul food is simple in Detroit when you head to Savannah Blue. Operations executive Dave Gillis says a slice of Italy is as close as downtown Birmingham at Bella Piatti, where the focal point is food and dining is an experience. And up first, WJLB radio personality Kirby Gwen says her pick, Top of the Paunch, has it all when it comes to fabulous food and phenomenal views of the city.
In this new age of Top of the Paunch, we're really trying to reflect the eclectic communities of Detroit and how there's so many different people and so many different tastes of Detroit.
It's that old world French kind of fine dining. Well, my own style, I use a lot of that, and then also a blend of Michigan farmers' products. I'm talking about from scratch sauces, stocks made in-house from the animal's bones. When you pay attention and you really do Michigan produce, proteins and whatnot, you come out with a better, fresher product. When you're inspired and you have your products like a chef, and you have the people that love to work with food, like my cooks, it becomes a dynamic team and end result that ends up being very good. My philosophy, is pretty simple. Cook with passion, purpose, and intensity, or don't cook at all.
So Kirby, you say the Top of the Paunch is the right blend of prestige and tradition. Why did you pick it?
So, did everybody else enjoy the view though, right?
Absolutely.
It's so pretty. I am a city girl at heart, born and raised, right here in the D. And to enjoy a meal and to get a great view at the same time, it feels good. Like, I like the way a restaurant makes me feel, and I feel so fancy and so classy. So that's why I love it so much,
And what was the menu like?
I loved it. Again, they had like all these like rich foods that I super love. Now, normally I'm not a steak girl, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself today. I had the aged strip steak with the truffle Parmesan fries.
Right.
So good. So everything was just so rich and moist, and there was so much flavor. I felt fabulous. Like I felt pretty. The city was there. Everything was great.
Now I know they do have a new chef in town. What did you think, Nina, about it?
Our experience was also amazing. The items were pure and simple for me. I like that. And it kind of, it helped you ask more about the menu and inquire. And they were very knowledgeable about what they were doing. So the menu was good. I liked it. And the view, as she said, was great. We didn't ask for table 8.
Yeah, table 8 is the table to have. Yes, indeed. And Dave, what about you?
I got table 8 as well, and the view was spectacular. Picked a very pretty evening. And the menu was great. I ordered a steak, which I order frequently when I eat out, and the steak was cooked perfectly. I also found the staff to be very knowledgeable. I thought their wine selection was outstanding, and they helped to pair some wines. And they also, even in the menu, denoted certain wines that the restaurant at that point was featuring. It's not necessarily a pairing, but at least they were wines that they felt that they were peaking right now, and they wanted people to try. And I thought that was a nice touch.
Did anybody have dessert?
I didn't.
Everybody passed on dessert,
right? No. And actually, to piggyback on Dave's comment, the sommelier was fantastic, and we did also try the wines that he featured. Excellent choices, and he surprised us with dessert. Actually, we didn't even pick. He brought them out, and they were fantastic.
Wonderful.
Cheesecake and also the red velvet.
Oh yes, you gotta have the red velvet.
Yeah, we had the red velvet and also the raspberry flavored creme brulee, and both were outstanding.
Okay, so Kirby, this was your pick, Top of the Punch. Yes. To sum it up, what would you say?
Amazing. It's everything a city girl would ever want. You see a lot of times you don't feel like Detroit has those hidden gems right there where you can take a view of the city and have an exquisite meal, and Top of the Paunch, like that's what it offers.
Nina, how about you?
I would agree. I loved the staff. The ambiance was fantastic, and the food was up to par. So,
All right.
yay in my book.
And Dave, how about you?
I think the location is very exciting. To be close to the convention center downtown, I think it's a great place for people to go after an event at Kobo or at any event right downtown, and then go right upstairs and dine there and finish the evening with a great view to encapsulate whatever you were doing downtown that day.
And you can try Top of the Punch for yourself at 2 Washington Boulevard in the Crowne Plaza, Detroit downtown. Open for breakfast and dinner. Reservations are recommended, and their website is topofthepunch.com. Up next, it's Italian fare with a flair. We are heading to Birmingham for a contemporary take on classic favorites. Birmingham is always bustling. It's a good time with a great vibe, and the restaurants are sensational. For Dave's pick, we head to the beautiful Bella Piatti for a big, bold Italian flavor served up with classic charm.
The real goal here is to make sure everyone's having a great time in the restaurant.
It's like the Italian of Cheers. We have a very classic Italian food. We have a chef from Venice. When we opened this place, I told him this: whatever dish you cook, make sure it's the best we ever done. There is a need for going back what classic dishes are meant to be. I got so many comments that say, we've been everywhere, but we consider this one of the best restaurants. Every single dish on the menu is to the perfection. The main thing, you have to love what you do. I can't wait to come every night here and be here with the customer and talk to my wait staff and talk to everybody who want to talk to me.
So Dave, how did you discover Bella Piatti?
I discovered it in the newspaper. It got a write-up, and I love Italian food, and I especially love Italian food in Detroit. And so I thought it'd be a great selection for this show.
And what'd you have?
I had the linguine with clam sauce, and linguine or pasta of any type is always a benchmark for me in a restaurant to see if they cook it al dente or if it gets overcooked, which I don't care for. And their dish was spot on.
And Kirby, what'd you think of Bella Piatti?
Oh, everyone was so nice there. I'm not a huge Italian fan, but like I had so many questions and they were so accommodating. They went through the menu with me every time. I asked every single question, so they were great.
And Nina, I know you really loved Bella Piatti.
I did.
Tell us about it.
Italian is a favorite of mine, so I was very excited to go there, and I loved it. The decor was amazing. It was comfortable, intimate, and fun. You could stay for hours, and the food was fantastic. Also, great wine selection. The staff was super knowledgeable. We even had a server with an Italian accent.
Of course. Yes, it's very authentic.
Very
Nino
authentic.
and Liz are the new owners, and they have taken over the place and kind of revamped the menu and revamped the decor, and the murals on the wall are gorgeous. Did anybody have dessert?
I did. I had I forget the name of the dish because everything in the menu was Italian. But it was gelato with espresso poured over the top of it, which was new for me, and it was fantastic. It was a nice compliment.
Anybody else have dessert?
Of course.
Uh-huh.
I had the bread, what is it called?
Bread pudding?
of the day, and it was
Of
a
the
pear.
day.
Pear with homemade whipped cream on it. It was fantastic.
And the service was impeccable, I presume?
It was.
Yes,
It really was.
yes.
Yeah.
And that is a place in Birmingham to really be seen and see people. Lots of celebrity sightings there in
I
Birmingham.
was there.
Yeah,
Everybody.
we were there.
Of course, of course. All right, so Dave, Bella Piatti was your choice. Sum it up for us.
Well, I think it's a very quaint restaurant, very energetic though, although great decor, great location, and very romantic too.
All right, Kirby, what do you think?
Well, he took my word. I was going to say romantic, but romantic, cozy, amazing.
And Nina?
Sophisticated, fun, definitely a place to put on your regular list.
If you'd like to try Bella Piatti, it's located at 167 Townsend Street in Birmingham. It's open for lunch Tuesday through Friday and dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Reservations are recommended, and their website is bellapiattirestaurant.com. Are you a Weinstein when it comes to a good glass of vino, or could you use a little counseling? Up next, Michael Schaefer, the wine counselor, shows us the wisdom behind wine tasting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thanks for coming. Tonight we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to learn the 5 S's of wine. The first S, which we're going to talk about right now, is to see the wine. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our glass, and we always want to hold the glass by the stem. We want to look at the bubbles. The reason we use a flute is because it's easier to see those bubbles come up. Our second wine is a white wine. Now what we're going to do is the second S. And the second one is we're going to actually swirl the wine. As we swirl, we're also going to take a look at what's the legs of the wine. Legs are not necessarily an indication of the quality of a wine. When we smell the wine, we want to do it properly. What we do is actually we take it, we put it down here by our chest. And if we can smell the wine down here by our chest, we know it's really, really a perfumed wine. Then we move it up a little bit closer. I can get a little bit of floral. This is a very floral wine. Now we're going to put our nose in the glass. I'm going to sniff it, and short sniffs, couple. Nose right in the glass. Oh, that's lovely. The wine that we have in our glass is a lovely little Chianti. Now we're going to sip it. Now really, the smelling part of it is we can get the most out of it because we can smell so many different aromas, and it's the most fundamental sense of all of our senses. But we look at, and when we look at the wine, you want to make sure that we don't spill it. And we do that to see if there's much difference between the base of the glass and the meniscus, which is out here. And older age wines can show a big difference in the color. So we're going to take a look. Again, nice legs. We're going to swirl it, okay? Then we're going to sniff it with our nose in there, and then we're actually going to kind of almost chew it. Not quite gargle, but not too far off. If you just watch. And we incorporate the last S, which is savoring. Those are the 5 S's of wine. If you do it the first couple of times, or do it when you're having that first glass of a different bottle, it helps us to appreciate what we're enjoying. It's a matter of paying attention. Cheers, and I hope you enjoy this little Chianti as much as I do. And again, Solange, thanks for coming.
And for more information about the wine counselor, Michael Schaefer, you can log on to his website, winecounselor.net. Straight ahead, we are heading back to the table to talk about some Southern comfort in the heart of Detroit. From the moment you enter Nina's Restaurant Pick, you are transported down south, whether it's roasted sweet potato bisque or the braised oxtail you choose from the high-end Southern Eats menu, you are sure to get a feel for Savannah Blue's soul food specialties.
We tend to stick with very core principles. We talk about good food, good drinks, and tremendous hospitality. And that, I think, wins over above everything. Great hospitality will make an average plate of food taste good. It'll make a good plate of food taste amazing.
Anytime you're making comfort food, I believe it's important to have fresh ingredients. And also being proudly Detroit-based, we like to source from Detroit. Service is like our special sauce here, so on top of having great food, we love to make sure that everybody's taken care of. Being in Detroit does not make you Detroit. We pride ourselves on being a part of the community. We try to help out the community. We do our best to serve the community. We want people to come in, feel Detroit, and feel welcome and understand exactly what the city has to bring.
So Nina, tell us about Savannah Blue.
Well, we're always looking for the opportunity to find a new venue with good food and hopefully some live entertainment. And we heard about Savannah Blue and decided why not. This would be fun to introduce to the show, and it was good. It was really good.
What did you have to eat?
Again, we had a bit of everything. I had the fried chicken, and that was cooked to perfection. If you like fried chicken, you have to go to Savannah Blue. It was a chicken breast. It was moist, it was tender, crispy, not greasy, and we had some grits and shrimp, and it was all very Southern and authentic. Very good.
Kirby, what'd you think of Savannah Blue?
I don't know if I have enough words for how much I loved Savannah Blue. The ambiance, again, like once you walk in through like the corridor, you're in this like sultry atmosphere, you know, and the lighting is just like perfect, but the food is amazing. I love that there's like a modern twist on all these classic, you know, like Southern foods. And again, like Nina had a little bit of everything. I had the seafood broil. Oh my gosh, everything was so good.
How about you, Dave?
Well, I got to admit, I came into this restaurant a little skeptical because I love soul food, but an elegant form of soul food was a little skeptical to me. And so when we got there, we walked up this flight of stairs, and there's, like I said, a very industrial kind of like black market setting until you get up there. But we ordered the dry rub wings, which were absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the cornbread was piping hot and fresh. And I had the seafood boil, and then my guest had the burger, and we tried them both, and they were both absolutely fantastic. So my skepticism wore off very quickly.
And what was the vibe like? I mean, it's a downtown, thriving area. Did you get the feel that it was, you know, down south, or what did you feel
Bustling. People are talking, they're chatting. Super eclectic mix too.
Very energetic atmosphere.
On a Tuesday, it was full. I was surprised.
Yeah, I think you definitely need reservations.
Yeah, you do.
That's a good idea.
Absolutely. Now parking is a little tricky there. You gotta go, you know, gotta park in the back, but it's worth the wait, you know, to park and kind of walk up the stairs. It's a little secluded, yeah. So Nina, Savannah Blue is your pick. Sum it up for us.
I would say if you're craving for Southern food, you have to go to Savannah Blues. You'll enjoy the atmosphere and definitely the good food.
Kirby, how about you?
It was everything. It was everything. If you're looking for a nice little spot just to have like an intimate moment with like a first date, or if you want to bring the family out, Savannah Blue is my top pick.
And Dave, how about you?
I think that you shouldn't let upscale soul food change your mind. I think that this place will impress anyone.
And if you'd like to try Savannah Blue, it's located at 1431 Times Square in Detroit. It's open for dinner Tuesday through Saturday, and reservations are accepted. And their website is savannahbluedetroit.com. And I'd like to thank my guests on this week's show. Kirby Gwen, who's picked Top of the Punch, is tops on her list, which exudes elegance, and you'll find the most romantic views in downtown Detroit. Dave Gillis, who says Bella Piatti is the belle of the ball in Birmingham with chic surroundings and an old world feel. And Nina Lavlanet, whose pick Savannah Blue mixes Southern-inspired flavors with a Motown mood in Detroit. And we'd like to hear about your experiences at any of the restaurants we've been talking about. So find us on Facebook and check us out at dineanddishmish.com. You'll also find links to the restaurants and the wonderful wine tips from wine counselor Michael Schaefer. So join us next time when 3 new guests will recommend their favorite spots right here on Dine and Dish. Until then, I'm Cam Carmen. Thanks for joining us.